Any plans for Friday night?
You can party.
I know how to throw one hell of a party.
We got a party now!
I'm ready to party.
Okay, party people, start the party.
Let's party.
They gotta get all dolled up for a party.
Party, party.
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 Party. Party.
Party, party, party.
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 Enjoy your last look at my ass, because I'm gonna party it off.
Everybody knows it's party time.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. The city of Chicago demanded Empire actor Jussie Smollett pay $130,000 for the cost of the probe into his allegedly false report claiming he was the victim of a hate crime in late January. In a letter to Smollett's lawyers, Chicago, the city, claimed the actor's forfeited $10,000 bail was not enough to cover total cost of the overtime the Chicago police logged as part of the investigation. More to come on that. Kevin Costner's new Netflix film, The Highwayman, hits the streaming site today. It's the story of former Texas Rangers Frank Hammer and Manny Galt, who joined forces to capture and ultimately kill notorious outlaws Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. Yesterday on the Today Show, Kevin Costner talked about the new movie.
There's a scene where you actually catch and end up killing Bonnie and Clyde, and you happen to do it on the exact same spot where it happened in real life.
Sometimes that happens. You know, I've done scenes where certain things have happened, but probably none is more pronounced as that particular. Although pitching a perfect game in Yankee Stadium felt good, but being on that spot, I happened to see. You see that car come from a long ways away, and we were in hiding. And you just can't help but think, every time I would stand out there, I realized, looking at that car coming at me, that they had about 40 seconds to live. And I couldn't help but wonder what was going on in that car. Were they laughing? Were they talking? Was one asleep? I know they were in pain. I know it was an uncomfortable life. We see it as being very glamorous. But, you know, they're living out of a car. I chased the man in the car for 104 days. It was not a glamorous life. And I couldn't help but think about that last 40 seconds, and then it was all over.
Now, people always asking Morgan, what's the secret behind your tasty chicken pot pies? Well, first, you need something spicy. I like to sprinkle a little Tabasco. You know, just enough to make your tongue go, ooh-wee, that's hot. Then you're gonna rub that chicken with coconut oil. Rub it real good. Up and down, back and forth. Get it all over them thighs. And whatever you do, don't forget the breast. Then you're gonna make a fist and pound that meat. Oh, and be sure to yank out the giblets. You do not want giblets. Nasty ass giblets. And then stick it in the oven, bake it till it sweats, then devour that tender pecker. Morgan Freeman's pot pie. Follow me on Pinterest.
I gotta be honest with you, but when I saw Dumbo trending this morning, my first thought was, good Lord, what has Trump done this time? At a rally in Michigan yesterday, Donald Trump said he respects Vietnam veterans. Yeah, that's like Nickelback saying they respect music. Meanwhile, now that Trump said he's not cutting funding for Special Olympics, Eric Trump can finally start training. Listen, Donald Trump swooping in to save the Special Olympics is nothing more than a reverse Trojan horse. Here's what he does. He creates a disaster and then declares himself the generous hero of stopping the disaster he caused in the first place. Strange but true, Jussie Smollett has been nominated for an NAACP Image Award. Apparently, Bill Cosby wasn't available. NASA and the European Space Agency want to conduct tests on the effect of inactivity on the human body. They're willing to pay $19,000 to someone to spend 60 consecutive days lying in bed. I don't know, this seems a little strange to me. Anyone who would be ideal for this job probably doesn't have enough energy to even apply for it. A neighborhood in Florida has been invaded by poisonous toads. On second thought, residents are beginning to think that, maybe the mosquitoes weren't that bad. Time for Nobody Gives a F***. Some dude in upstate New York stole a Little Debbie's delivery truck, but according to cops, never touched any of the snacks. Because, that would just be wrong. Hey, pastry thieves, nobody gives a f***. The Federal Trade Commission initiated a crackdown on 4 of the biggest robocaller companies. Great. Now who am I supposed to talk to? Hey, robocaller assholes. Nobody gives a And heavily armed police swarmed a commuter train in Australia after a passenger mistook a musician's instrument for a deadly weapon. You know, if it had been a bagpipe, they would have been correct. Hey, Braveheart. Nobody gives a Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays for NSS Live.